I love the 4-day work week because my weekends actually feel restorative. I have a day dedicated to errands. I have a couple of days dedicated to family and relaxation without the stress of chores hanging over my head. And having those 3 days just really helps balance the amount of time and energy I put in work during the other 4.
Rest 10 seconds. Coming up. Empty bar standing press.
For productivity across the company and for myself personally, we've not noticed any negative impact. If anything, I know I personally come to work on Monday much more excited to get things done because I had 3 days to unplug and relax and get my mind out of the stress of work. And the cliche of Sunday scaries is a thing of the past. I honestly have not felt anxious or nervous on a Sunday in almost 2 years. And I've noticed actually in the last 6 months or so that outside of Volt, other companies are starting to recognize that that's a normal thing for companies to adopt. So there's a little less stigma about not being available on Fridays.
Come here. Come here. Who's that? Come here. Yeah. Oh, hi.
The 4-day work week has been amazing for my ability to be a new mom. My son is 9 months old, and I really don't think if I was working 5 days a week, I could have as high quality of life as I do right now.
Hi, big guy. What you doing? Yeah.
Was it not good?
It was good.
The 2 things that we were focused on was productivity and addressing burnout with our employees, which are common issues across the globe. It's not about trying to reduce 5 days into 4. It really is about working differently. So how can we focus on the most important things, and how can we cut out things that are taking up time that just waste our energy and waste our time that we could be focused on something more important.
I've never had Mendocino Farms. Maybe try it.
It's solid. It's just expensive. With the betrayal. Wow. After all the times you took the kid, okay? After all the times you took the items to your cart.
Like coming back on Monday, I definitely feel like a lot more refreshed. I think, yeah, honestly, the difference between a 2 and 3 day weekend is like pretty significant to me. Having like a 3 day weekend feels a lot more of like a reset versus like before having a 2 day weekend was kind of just like, wow, the weekend's already over, I'm going back to work. It definitely is like helpful for recruiting. I've had a lot of people reach out to me like on LinkedIn, on like Facebook, just all kinds of platforms, like asking me how the 4 day work week is, and there's definitely like interest there.
That's what we're seeing with the Great Resignation, is people are not just automatically throwing themselves back into the previous jobs. And this is not to say that Americans don't want to work. We're a hardworking country. In fact, we work harder than a lot of the advanced economies around the world. We really do. We don't take time off. We don't get vacations. We don't get paid leave.
That sounds so fun. Yeah. I don't think I'll ever do that again, like as a big company. Yeah.
I think we're moving toward a more humane work week. And I think that means 32 hours. And I think it would mean that, you know, people would say, hey, yeah, it's decent and normal for us to pay overtime for anything that we work over 32 hours.
It might be better. But it's going to be beautiful. Actually, I like her.